Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our wrestling podcast. Join Jess, Dave, Cuz, and Craig as they discuss a variety of topics in the world of professional wrestling, such as retro pay-per-view reviews, special events, legend legacies, and more. Our wrestling podcast is available on all major platforms, including YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can stay notified as we release a new episode every Tuesday. Our Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to the O.W.P. This is our wrestling podcast. This is Dave along with Jess.
Oh, Dave, you've been a real piece of shit this year, Dave.
That's true. And Cuz.
Ho, 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 happy birthday to Stone Cold.
And don't forget Craig.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bringing you our perspective on the world of professional wrestling. No inside sources, no ties to the industry, just stories from the diehards, sharing opinions with you. And now on to our topic today, O.W.P. Gift Exchange. Hit us up on Instagram at O.W.P. 2019. Click on Linktree. You can find us on several platforms, including Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and Google Podcast. And don't forget, anything we talk about is inspired by the WWE Network. So do yourself a favor and get your free month today to watch anything WWE, WCW, ECW, and more. Guys, it's just a gift being with y'all today and every week. I get shed a tear when I do it.
Stop record.
I know.
Stop it. Just stop it.
This is ridiculous. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So what are we doing? We're exchanging gifts today. What is going on, Jess?
Wrestling Gift Exchange. There you go. That's the name of the episode. Sorry.
What is it? What is it, guys? What is it?
Wrestling Gift Exchange.
Wrestling Gift Exchange. So we are, celebrating, I almost stepped right into that. I was going to be like, we're celebrating COVID. Like,
don't celebrate.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Oh, Santa messed up. I meant like in the sense we're at least celebrating the circumstances. None of us can see each other this year. Most people are going to be staying in. It's just the way shit's closed down, blah, blah, blah. So I came up with the idea of let's gift each other virtual gifts, like clips, wrestling matches, moments, whatever. And we're going to go around the table here and we're going to gift each other either a moment but the viewer or the listener, you guys are going to benefit from this because, we'll tell you what date the clip is from and where you can go find it, which is pretty much WWE Network. But I get a lot of my stuff from YouTube. And you can go on there and watch these clips. And we're going to play the clips for you, too. So it's going to be really fun. So we don't really know what each other is going to give us, each other. And we're just going to start around the room, unless anybody wants to spread some cheer right now and just say their piece about the holidays, huh? Anybody?
I got a ham.
Oh, good.
That's
good, Dave.
I mean, spreading some cheer about the holidays. I'm looking forward to that ham when I take out of the freezer on Christmas Day. It's delicious.
I stuck an earring in my ear for the first time in about 6 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The hole didn't heal?
There you go.
No.
It didn't heal?
No, because when I was a kid, I wore stupid 10 gauges that were so thick, so it's easy just to pop right through now.
Oh, wow. See?
Mine
hurts and it's
Mine have
itchy.
healed up. I had piercings too, but I think mine healed up. I just had like the smallest gauge.
Never done it.
Yeah.
No piercings, no tattoos. I'm boring as hell.
You're a rarity now.
I guess so. I don't have anything against it. It's just I didn't do it.
The way you said no piercings, no tattoos is like you did in the beginning, where you're like, no inside knowledge, no.
No
tattoos
ties
or
to the
piercings
industry, no
underneath.
piercings.
No piercings, no tattoos.
No under to
just
go.
straight up
No underwear to go
David.
with.
That's right.
Just
that's right.
two ears,
it really
perfectly
is a
natural.
It's like, that's right. Best O.W.P ever. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't.
So we can go around the table. If somebody wants to volunteer to go first, we can do that too. And we're gonna gift each other what we think that the other person would like. Or what?
I'm gonna go first because you guys will be better than me. So I don't want to.
And I'm gonna take off my beard because I can't drink with this beard on. So let me take this off.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, my first gift goes to the Kragers out here.
Hey,
It should be incredibly easy to find. All you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is literally look up the British Bulldog versus the Warlord. And we talk about this quite a bit. We're like, this match was actually pretty good, And all you can do is find the end segment. You can find it on Insta. You can find
Are you talking about WrestleMania 7?
WrestleMania 7, that's right. Where literally at the end of the match, Bulldog picks up the Warlord and carries
Yeah, he
him
does.
around the ring before he takes him into a Bulldog Slam. I thought, Craig, that you would really appreciate that virtual
I
gift.
do appreciate that.
Roll it, Jess.
Be done! I can't believe it! They're going crazy! Power slam! He's got it! He got it!
All right. So
That's
that's
a nice
fun.
gift.
That's
Warlord's a
fun
big sack of shit. That Warlord. Did I ever tell you guys that Hogan doesn't like him very much? I don't know.
Yeah.
Of course, brother.
Oh.
I've heard this story all the time, brother.
Yeah.
Warlord here, Warlord
I
there,
wrote the
there.
story, brother.
My next gift is to Jess, and it's probably not so kind because
Why the fuck? What are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know. I enjoy things that make Jess upset.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's
Wow.
probably more of a gift to me than it is to Jess. But my gift to Jess, and I'm not sure if you can find it, but I'm sure Jess will find the clip and roll it for you. It's literally on probably a Saturday morning. It's pre-recorded where the Warrior attempts an elbow drop on a prelim, and he just literally his whole body falls on him. He can't even do an elbow drop properly. So these are the kind of things that would just upset Jess to no end about the Warrior. He's such a goofball in there, and it's all about the entrance. It's not about any work inside the ring, and he still attains so much acclaim from kiddies. And Cuz is no
Rightfully
different. Cuz is all about it, but he seriously couldn't
Rightfully
even
so.
do an elbow drop properly. So Jess, I know you have it. Roll that clip. I know you can find it.
So after just watching that clip, look, I know people still do defend the Warrior, and that's fine. And he was really young back here, by the way, and he was really green in this clip.
Sure.
But at the same time, don't you learn basic elbow drops in wrestling school, or
Right.
just when you're learning basic?
He's a
timing?
warrior.
It's like he
doesn't need
backsplashed
to.
him. He doesn't work. I guess right. He's unbridled.
Rick
He's
Rude.
crazy.
Yeah.
When he
I
was
like
told
that
to
he.
calm down backstage, he said, "I'm a warrior."
I like that he
Rick
did
Rude's
it
all
twice.
poop.
Like he thought he did the first one really good, and then he's like, "Oh, let's do one more." Instead of being mortified and be like, "I did something wrong with you, my entire body on his body."
You gotta
Shit.
admit he had all the confidence in the world.
He really thought that was textbook.
He's like, that was God, I'm amazing.
You guys like my back body splash elbow?
Yeah.
Is that really what it was? Or are you just trying to make up excuses? He's like,
The power of the Warriors put my
It'll
whole
be
body
fine.
on you. Yeah,
well, I do enjoy that gift. It makes me very happy. To see
yeah.
him
'Cause
like that.
it just proves your point, doesn't it? That he was awful.
Listen, whoa, we're not here to pick on the dead.
Wow.
We're not here to pick on the dead.
Whoa!
Rest in peace.
Hey, rest in power, Warrior. So, anywho, my last gift comes to cousin, and I was being really selfish. I was going to do a gift almost to myself, and I realized, you know what? there's a good gift for cuz that I don't think
He
anybody.
was gonna not give cuz and just give it to himself.
Yeah, I
without
was.
giving-
I was
That's
terrible.
great.
I was gonna do a whole angle thing. I'm like, it's Kurt Angle. He doesn't care about Kurt Angle as much. But here, I got a good one for cuz. I don't think anybody brought it up, And it's really easy to find. And we've talked about it before. We've talked about it in the Savage archives. And my gift to you, cuz, is the cup of coffee Macho Man Randy Savage.
That was almost my gift to him, and we would have.
When you told me you were going a different route, we talked offline a little bit. I said I'm going to do that one because I think that's a perfect one, easy to find. Roll that clip, Jess.
But what's the cup for?
WrestleMania 3, Pontiac, Michigan. Yeah, 90,000 plus people watching right there. And this is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah, cup of coffee.
That's a good one. It's a classic.
I love it. Yeah,
have you seen the shirts? They have a shirt of him. It's kind of like an animated version of him holding up a little creamer, and it just says "cup of coffee."
Oh, at the bottom. I'm buying that tonight. I will find it. I will purchase it tonight.
I think it's like there's 80s tees, and then there's wrestling tees as well. You can go to, and the 80s tees does a lot of
that's delicious
wrestling stuff.
I'm gonna get it along with the purple. I'm finally gonna get that purple Macho Man shirt too.
They have an ugly sweater with Flair in an ugly sweater. And he's in the middle of a woo. It's fantastic. Like it's awesome.
That's great. That's great.
The ugly sweater is Flair in an ugly sweater. Like
Flair. He wore this ugly sweater when he did. Remember when he did like the fake pictures of him and Elizabeth? And she was he's in a sweater. We should all give that to our friend Joe, he did an interview in a sweater too one time, and he's in the middle of saying woo. So they just captured that and they kind of animated it, but it's an ugly sweater. With Flair, a picture of Flair wearing an ugly sweater, and it says "woo" like on the bottom.
That's delicious,
fantastic.
That's great. I love that. Good stuff. Who's next?
Oh God,
as Goldberg would say.
I'll go. Oh, you want to go, Cuz?
No, it's fine. Whatever. I'm down with whatever. Yeah, you know what? I'll go. I'll go first.
Go.
Yeah, I'll go first. So I was gonna do one gift. Well, multiple gifts to everyone at the same time, but then I decided to split it up. So for Jess, I'll start with you. Because this is actually going to be a series of 5 matches.
What?
And it's involving the same people. And the reason why I originally was going to gift it to everyone, because it kind of has a little bit of everything. Whether you're a fan of Lucha Libre, of technical wrestling, of hardcore wrestling, if you're a fan of all that, you're going to enjoy it because all these matches balance all those aspects of professional wrestling pretty well. Like nothing is ever overbearing. There's not too much hardcore, not too much high spots, this, that.
You really thought this through, bro. Wow.
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right.
I'm talking about Super Crazy versus Tajiri versus Little Guido. And there's 5 matches that they had over the course of 2 years.
Wow. It sounds funny. That
was under the ECW banner, right?
Yeah. Yep. So the first one is, I think this one is probably my favorite. On ECW Hardcore TV, it's from March 3rd, 1999. The next one is ECW TV April 14th, 1999. And then they have another one on June 19th, 1999, and then July 17th, 1999. That one actually starts off, I believe, as a match between Super Crazy and Tajiri, and then FBI come out, attack them, and then Little Guido and Super Crazy are having a match together, and then Tajiri gets back in it, and the referee calls it a triple threat match, and then they go, and then Anarchy Rules, 1999. All matches are great. You would think that maybe they're all going to be repetitive, like same spots here and there in every match, but they actually know how to change it up. They're all good matches. I figure just you of everyone here besides me would probably appreciate it more. I'm sure Dave and Craig would love to watch those matches too, because man, all those guys are so good. You want to talk about flow like water. They flow like water really well with each other. And Super Crazy, man, I don't think he gets enough credit. He is fucking smooth in there. His transitions to, an Ozai moonsault. He jumps from the apron to the inside of the ring, lands on the second rope, and does a springboard moonsault. Like, everything he does, I think he's really underrated as a luchador. But yeah, all the matches are great. But the only one problem I do have is they all go the same route in that Little Guido always gets eliminated first in every single one. which is fine, though, but because the way they book him, he's like kind of like the sneaky heel. He has to have all of FBI in there with him, helping him. So it works and makes sense in that. And Super Crazy and Tajiri are always wanting to go one-on-one, so they also make it a point, like towards the end of Little Guido's run in the ring, like you were double teaming and we're getting rid of him, so me and you can have our little match, one-on-one match, and it always ends up being really good. So
nice.
Insert any one of those clips. We'll find one of the clips right now. Yeah,
let's check it out right now.
And a 2 count. Here it comes, the Maratano. The Jiri swinging DDT on Little Guido. Cover.
Well, and the funny thing is I always heard about these guys like in ECW, like you start reading a lot of them, and then internet was in its infancy. It went in ECW when they were kind of doing their thing too.
Yeah.
And Super Crazy always got a lot of press. A lot of people always said good stuff about Super Crazy.
Yeah.
But then Little Guido too, so underrated. Like so many, his character was
Oh,
perfect.
he is.
Like
Yeah.
we should just do an episode on like little guys, not like
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like Rey Mysterio, Mikey Whipwreck, Little Guido, like they're I like they're not cruiserweights because they never. I mean, they weigh enough as cruiserweights, or they weigh the weight of what a cruiserweight should weigh. But their gimmick was a small guy. Little Guido was Little Guido. Like
Spike Dudley could be on there.
Yeah, Spike Dudley. Yes.
I
That's a
think,
good one.
I think that's
And
a great episode. Yeah, we get
Mikey Whipwreck was like done. Mikey Whipwreck
Yeah.
was the generic on purpose name. Whipwreck,
Yeah.
you know, like this dorky, small, not muscular, and then he always lucked into winning. Remember, wasn't he? Who was tag
Him
team
and Foley.
champions? Yeah, him and Foley, and he would
Mikey
try.
likes it.
Yeah, because weren't they tag champions or whatever, or something like that? And then every time Foley'd be like, "We're gonna go out there, and it's gonna get crazy," and Whipwreck is like, "No, please, no!" Like
Yeah,
he'd
he's-
cry every time. Like, and then Foley's, "I don't want to get crazy." He's like, "We're gonna go out there, we're gonna take it right to you." He's like, "I'm not gonna take the fight. I'm not gonna take it right to you." It was so great.
That's really
awesome.
good. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
So
What do
that's
you
for
got-
all of us.
What do you got?
Fantastic.
What do you got next? Because that was a good
That was
one,
for
buddy.
Jess. That was for Jess. Dave,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
since Jess got 5 matches, Dave, you get two awesome segments.
Oh.
This guy, because you kind of don't like him, but you like the other guy that is involved in this gimmick. I'm talking about Edge impersonating Ric Flair's traffic incident. It's fucking great. I believe they aired it on December 12th of 2005 because I know it was like in November when Ric Flair, got busted, and Edge showed the mugshot and a few scenes of Ric Flair. I forgot it was in an interview or what. On December 5th, so the week before, and then the week after, he shows the video of the traffic incident, and it's Ric Flair, or a fucking Edge dressed as Flair, wearing the robe, and then some guy, obviously in the act, Edge pulls him over, they get out, fucking bust a fucking figure four right in the middle of not in the middle of the freeway, on the side of the freeway right there. All great stuff, and we got to show that clip right now.
Yeah, that's amazing. Roll it.
Woo! I'm the king of the mountain. This is my town. This is my... Who in the hell? Who does he? He's cutting off the nature boy. He can't cut. This is my town. Who the hell does he think he is? Son of a... Woo! 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 That's it. That's it. Woo! Woo!
Recently on one of the Conrad podcasts, I want to say it had to have been Bruce, but I could be wrong, or it could have been JR. They covered the pay-per-view where they talked about it, or I don't remember what they covered. But they talked about this incident where, Edge mocked Ric Flair or whatever, and they were talking about, like how Flair felt like, about it, because, they were just like, he was probably all for it. Like, he loved it. Like, even though he's probably a little upset, because it kind of embarrassed him, because that mugshot was pretty brutal, but just he looked old and, all drunk and whatever. But they were talking about it, and they were just like, yeah, Flair probably totally dug it and helped Edge and helped advance him. And I was doing research for the show because I was deciding which gift I wanted to give one of you, and I stumbled upon the Edge and Lita live sex show. That and Flair comes out towards the end of that and comes in and gets into a fight with Edge or whatever. So, and that was a direct. I think it was in the same time frame as this, where Flair came out and was getting his revenge.
Because Edge defended the title against Flair at TLC, and then he lost, and then that's when Edge went on to his feud with John Cena right after that.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Oh, that's
love it.
And then your other gift, Dave, is Kurt Angle mock interview of The Rock from, I believe, No Mercy 2000, where the infamous line, "Sure, Rock, drink up." Fucking great. And that's when he beats him that night and becomes the champion.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yes, and they aired it on Sunday Night Heat. So yeah, go ahead and play that clip.
What you think about Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Well, The Rock will tell you exactly what he thinks about Stone Cold Steve Austin and all his little shenanigans. Sure, he's a piece of monkey crap and a jabroni.
Whoa, that's a little stiff, isn't it, Rock? Sure, Rock, drink up. As you know, Rock, I'm an Olympic champion and one hell of a guy as well. But the one thing I take most seriously in my life is being honest with people. After all, integrity is one of my 3 I's. Now, Rock, you've told the world many times that you had nothing to do with Stone Cold Steve Austin being run over by a car last November at Survivor Series. Now, Rock, Are we supposed to take your word for it and believe you?
You know, The Rock has the innate ability to tell you one thing and do another and say, well, I never did that. And
that's what, you know what Cuz has become, by the way, in this little gift exchange? It's like a real life gift exchange when you go somewhere and like you just get somebody one gift and then like they shower you with gifts. And then you're like, oh, you got me this. Thank you so much. And like, and I'm not done. I'm like, oh, you got me 2 gifts. And you know in your head, I got you one. And then, a third gift. I'm like, you shouldn't have. And then they're like, all right, where's my gifts? Like my wife and I do this every year. Yeah, my wife and I we just do stockings every year for each other because now we have kids. So all the fucking money goes there. So so we just go, we're just going to do stockings for each other. But then like, a stocking gift can, as long as it touches the stocking, even if it doesn't fit inside, it's a stocking gift. It's like my wife will do it every year to me. I'll think I get her like a few really good, you know, just minor gifts. They go in stockings or whatever. And then she'll get me like, I'm all, oh, really expensive earbuds. Fuck. Oh, this, oh, that. And then like 9 gifts later, she's like, okay, give me mine. And I'm like, here's 1, 2, and 3. Oh, lip balm. Thanks, babe. And oh, buy one get one free underwear. Thanks, babe. And I'm like, well, fuck, I didn't know. I thought we were just doing stockings. That's what cousins make me feel like right now, which is good, which is a compliment because he's showering.
They're great. Yeah. They're great gifts. Absolutely.
But it's going to be my turn. I'm going to be like, here's Cuz's one gift.
We're going to talk shit on Cuz after the podcast. Like everyone just said one clip, and he had like 4 clips per guy.
Yeah, it's like the Secret Santa. We set the limit at $50.
We said $20. We said $20.
Yeah.
Hey, one upper.
I know he got it. This is $50, and Cuz wants to show off.
I love it. No, but they are.
They're just all great clips.
Cuz, thank you very much. That was beautiful.
Well, Craig's gift.
I'll go and I'll get it out of the way. So
he has to do Craig's gift first, buddy.
What? Oh, Craig's gift. Oh, that's right. Shit, I always forget Craig. I'm like, anyway. That's bad.
So, the world forgets Craig.
I know, yeah, because Dave forgot him one time in the intro.
One time, it was one time. Come on.
Now,
and you guys messed me up in the process. Just drink your Moscow Mule and give him his gift. God.
Oh yeah. All right. Craig, your gift.
Yeah.
1992 SummerSlam, Wembley Stadium. Involves a British Bulldog, but it's not what you think.
Huh?
I don't know if you remember, in the beginning of the pay-per-view, they're outside showcasing all the fans that were waiting to get in the arena. And they interview this little kid, and all this little kid says, "The British Bulldog's gonna win, whether he likes it or not." It's fucking great. Became infamous. Became a meme. So that clip is your gift. But I do have a part 2 to the gift. Do you know anything about that person? About that kid?
Do not.
So what I found out was that this I knew about a long time ago was that they actually made an action figure for the kid.
Of the kid?
So there's there's actually an action figure that showcased him and everything, right? And then, but the other part I did not know that it was actually a little girl named Amy, and she had no idea until she got an action figure or saw the action figure of herself, and she actually goes on to say that was a Christmas present for her, was a SummerSlam '92 tickets, best Christmas gift ever. But she even met Paul Bear that night too. So it was just random little. So that's your gift, the clip, and then little tidbit on the person, because I didn't even really know much about the person. All I knew was he became a meme, and I thought it was a he, and then we all find out it's a little girl named Amy, and action figure made after her, and now she finally knows it's her, or that she became a living legend.
We all have our loving memories of Paul Bear, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
We do.
Check it out in our archives, ladies and gentlemen. It's there.
He told her too. Don't ever go to Lake Elsinore.
God damn it, Cuz should have went last. He put major thoughts.
Yeah,
that's really
very
good.
Thoughtful, Cuz.
Really
very thoughtful.
Good stuff.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Good stuff. Fantastic.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to go, or do you want to go last, Jess?
Wait, insert Craig's clip right here.
Oh, yeah, we gotta
watch
it
real quick.
Bulldog's gonna win, whether he wants to or not.
So I'll go next. I'll let Craig go last. I will start out here for Cuz over there, cousin. Cuz is a huge fan of Macho Man. It's funny that Dave gifted you a clip of Macho Man because I'm going to gift you another Macho Man promo. This is from 1994, a little bit before WrestleMania. It's Randy Savage sitting down with like a one-on-one interview with Vince McMahon. And Savage was dressed in all black. He had a Monday Night Raw t-shirt on, but he had a black jacket on, a black bandana. And he really cut this promo where for the first time that he talked about like his real life. He talked about his divorce in this promo, and he was very like, he was very aggressive with Vince here or whatever, but he was still talking in this voice, but that was kind of his real voice anyway, but he was more but he wasn't like the amped up Macho Man. He was like, let me tell you something, Vince. It was more like, what did you say to me? Well, the reason why I'm doing this. And it was really awesome. And it was like one of the first raw, like, we started getting accustomed to these interviews in like 97, 98, 99 during the Attitude Era and the real, because, NWO was all based off realism, like they were real people. They were really invading. And Bischoff's vision at the time was, let's give him reality. That's why a lot of guys started using their first and last names and no gimmicks anymore, like Ray Traylor, like they all came in, and when they joined the NWO, it was just their flat names, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash.
Yep.
And so this reminded, in 1994, they did start experimenting a little bit. Wrestling wasn't the hottest it had been in 1994, and this was before the Monday Night Wars, so it hadn't started yet. And I want to say this is even a few months before Hogan even debuted for WCW, but Macho takes shots at Hogan in this one, saying, yeah, I know what it's like to, because in the storyline, Crush turned his back on Macho, if you guys remember that feud, where they were friends, and then Crush turned against him and turned heel and draped Savage's larynx against the railing, much like he did Ricky Steamboat years earlier. And so Macho was talking to Vince here, and he just had a world title match against Yokozuna and lost because Crush came down and cost him the match. So he was upset here that Vince had the audacity to ask him why he was upset and why, he wanted to get like revenge or whatever. And then he blurred the lines. He was just like, yeah, Crush turned his back on me. It's not the first time I had a best friend turn his back on me and stab me in the back. Yeah, I'm going through all the divorce in real life, and yeah, my best friend stabbed me in the back. And he was making a clear reference towards Hogan, because a lot of people know. Yeah. So I'm just going to play it right here.
Yeah. Roll that bad boy.
But I'm going to tell you something. Personal life, going through the divorce and everything, and then having friends stab me in the back, that's okay. Everything's cool, brother. I'm standing tall, walking tall. Everything's okay. You understand? But I am a coiled spring, and I will spring on you. I'll spring on Crush. WrestleMania 10, President Jack Tunney, real good idea not to have me in the building, brother. Real good idea not to have me in the building.
So bringing it to a personal level, man, making it personal, and it's clear that Hogan saw the way Macho Man looked there, and that inspired the Hollywood Hogan look.
It's funny.
Maybe
that looks cool, brother.
I was gonna say
it's crazy.
Just taking it.
Didn't you also say this? I mean, maybe it was so raw and so real. I don't think they ever aired it again, right? It was that one time you saw.
Yeah, it was like nobody ever talks about it. It's not on any Savage tribute video or anything. I've never. It's funny because Dave gifted him the clip I was going to gift you. I was going to do the cream of the crop. And then I typed in Randy Savage promo. And of course, that comes up on top. But like 3 thumbnails down it was titled Macho Man Randy Savage's Greatest Promo. That's all it was titled. And so I clicked on it, and I saw him like with the black bandana on it. It was like a close up of his face. And I clicked on it, and I was like, holy shit. Like,
no glasses either. It's just.
Yeah, different. I don't remember this at all. And like, he kind of like, it was really cool. It was perfect, I thought.
Yeah, awesome. It was an awesome
Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, buddy.
And then the next one is for David. I know David loves Edge, and by loves Edge, I mean he hates Edge. He doesn't hate him. That's not fair to say.
I don't hate him.
But Dave's never understood the appeal and doesn't really view Edge on like a main event level status, which we all think is just a dip of insanity.
Should have been the greatest IC champion ever.
But okay, fine. But so I said, it's funny. I was gonna gift you the live sex show between Lita and Edge, but again, as I was searching for it, I found this, and I was like, "Holy shit! I forgot this happened." And this is from Monday Night Raw, July the 20th, 2006. They were doing a skit, which I think it was after the live sex show, like a couple weeks after or whatever, if I'm not mistaken. And Edge and Lita are in a hotel, like a fancy hotel, and they're getting ready to sit down for dinner, but he forgot to order something from room service, and so he's got his shirt off because they're already ready to hump, while they're eating dinner. Because they were always like sexually charged because they played off the whole, when Edge really slept with Lita over Hardy when that whole thing happened. So like he's and the doorbell rings or whatever on the hotel, and he's like, finally, and he gets up, and Cena comes in and beats the shit out of him in this hotel room and throws him across the table. And before I show the clip, on the little dinner table they have in the hotel room, there's a glass vase. He throws Edge, he like bowls him across the table, and it shatters the vase. Okay, whatever. You see the shattered glass all over the table, but then Cena throws him back over the other side. And I don't think Cena really understood, like, holy shit, there's legit broken glass, which it might have been sugar glass, but it still can stab you. So it was still on the table. When he throws Edge over, you watch Edge go, whoop, and like jump and like over it and then slide over
the table. Yeah,
it's perfect. And I just thought Dave would love Edge getting the shit beat out of him or whatever. And it was a funny, cool Raw segment that I kind of miss. You know, we shit on 2006, 2007 a little bit, you know, because that's when the Ruthless Aggression era kind of started dying down. Yeah, but like I kind of miss segments like this where it was just fun and funny, and you know they did it. So I'm gonna roll it right here for you.
Let's take a look.
What is this? Cena! Somebody call the cops! That broken glass!
What I find kind of funny is that me and you both gifted Dave an Edge clip for the same reason, and then it happens to be in the same storyline too.
You know what's funny about that too? I don't know if you heard that with Cena in that video. He's like, "Make sure you get your protein." Get your protein.
And my favorite line at the beginning when he walks in there, Jerry Lawler's like, "Somebody should call the cops!" Like real loud. It's back when JR and the King were fantastic. Still,
they were perfect together at that time.
They were on fire.
Yeah, they were great. So good.
So my final gift will be for Craig, and it's funny because like we're all going to base it around the British Bulldog, so I'm not even going to try to pretend like I'm not. This is the British Bulldog, but I do it for different reasons. You know, you hear all the shoot interviews, or you read Bret Hart's book, and he's like SummerSlam. Davey was on crack apparently, and he had a crack pipe up his butt, and like if it hadn't been for me, the match would have died, and he forgot what he was doing.
Walk him through the whole thing,
and you know he's a part of the British Bulldog tag team. Dynamite Kid is heralded as one of like the greatest technical wrestlers ever, so he kind of stole the thunder there. And then with Owen, you know they both were really funny, but Owen is Owen, and he gets kind of the credit for being funny. This moment I captured because this is when he turns on Diesel and turns heel in 1995. And joins Camp Cornette shortly after, but he had no Owen here in the ring with him. He had no Bret to, he forgot everything I had to save him, like Bret always says. Like, and maybe it's true, I don't know, but still. And so he's here, he turns, he's a tag team partner of Diesel, and they're taking on Men on a Mission, but they're heel Men on a Mission. And he gets in there and he turns on Diesel and turns heel and slaps him in the face and picks him up for a badass power slam. This 320-pound, 7-foot man, he just picks up like he's a bag of feathers. And so let me roll it right here for you.
What was that? The Bulldog hit Diesel from behind. What is this? Wait a minute, what's going on? Look at this. Mabel holding. What's the Bulldog saying to Diesel? What's going on? Hey, what is going on here? Bulldog. Right. Jimmy Cornette. What's he doing here? Cornette has a championship belt in his hand. Oh, look at another slap. What's going on, man? Take a look at this. Calm down. Sit down. I know you can't believe it. Look at this. Another slap across the face. WWF Champion Diesel being held by Mabel Emanuel face at SummerSlam. Diesel on his feet and ramming Mabel back.
I gifted this to you because this stands on his own. He turned heel on his own. It was the first thing you kind of say besides his Intercontinental Championship win, which Bret will shit on because it was because of me. Like he just kind of turned heel, and you forget about this. You forget the long hair that he had. He wasn't in braids. He was in long hair, and then he cut his hair shortly after this, and then he had the short hair, and he would go back to the legging tights. And him and Owen, were together for a fun tag team for like a year and a half or 2 years or whatever. And then he'd be part of the Hart Foundation a couple years later, the reformation of the Hart Foundation. But people forget he didn't just come back heel because he's one of Bret's family members. He actually turned heel on Monday Night Raw against Diesel, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, I'd like to see Men on a Mission photoshopped and airbrushed out of that clip, but that was cool to to have Davey kind of be the center of that kind of whole thing. And I do like the way
it was just Davey churning on Diesel and them clearing the ring and having him just destroy Diesel. That would have been cool.
Yeah. He's always second banana or part of the group or like in the background to see him. That's cool.
Yeah, to see him.
Thank Jess.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice gift, baby.
All right. Is it Santa Craig's turn?
Yes.
Okay. It's Craigers.
So the thing about, I'll go Dave first.
All right.
I thought that Dave was going to be gifted all power and glory stuff because I was going to do like Roma, Jordan the Four Horsemen, like, and then I was like, it'll all be like power and glory. So like, but that's so funny. Y'all went Edge. So, but what I did from a personal note, because it makes me laugh, A, this song, and B, it's personal story between Dave and I of how we've talked about it on the podcast before, how he trusted me to give him a pile driver in the middle of Jess's house. And I made brain fluid and clear sinus things come out of his nose.
Hey,
and,
Craig,
he forgave me.
My sinuses have never been clear, so thank you.
You're welcome. Good, and so to celebrate that, one thing we always used to do is we would blast the wrestling album too. 1987, Pile Driver, the wrestling album. Coco Beware sings his title track. They spent some money and did a construction kind of construction yard, kind of semi-homoerotic like YMCA video. But Dave, this one is for you.
Thanks, buddy.
This also has "If You Only Knew" on it, which is a great song, which Jess and I used to scream at the top of our lungs when we would sing it together and do all the different pieces. But the Pile Driver's for you. Let's roll that clip. There you go, buddy.
And also, so yeah, a little note too. Dave might have been on a couple of these, but primarily it was me, Joe, and Craig. And you had a paper route. I think, God, it was like you came back from Emerson College.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what year it would have been, but you had a paper route. And so you would have to go to the paper central, wherever that was, at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you would get loaded with papers, and you had a Ford Ranger with a camper shell on it. So you would load the back with like 500 newspapers. And either me or Joe would lay on the back of it and sleep or whatever. And then the other person would ride in the cab with you. And we played Pile Driver the entire time while we're delivering papers. We're throwing papers like paper boys into people's yards. And I'll never forget it. Like, it's like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And we'd go, and like the next day, Craig would get a report if somebody complained they didn't get their papers, so we had to be better the next day. But like we would do it after really hanging out late at Craig's house, and like we would at 3 a.m. just get in the car and go. And I'll always remember blaring the Pile Driver soundtrack and us singing at the top of our lungs and laughing, and like, man.
I always remember the jealousy. I would just bring friends with me every morning to do my route for 2 weeks. And then it's all these old dudes that are probably working second jobs, and they're all by themselves. We're all wrapping papers at the depot. And it's like us, like me and all my loud drunk friends, like, right, this is it, right, guys? Like, and we're all wrapping papers, and everyone just wants to like, just be quiet.
Joe suplexed you across the hood of your car.
On the hood of the car in front of everybody.
It was the hood of the truck, and Craig pulled in. Yeah. And they're like, hang on a second, we don't have all the papers yet. We were waiting for the big shipment to come in.
Yeah.
And so we were bored. And so Joe was like, let me suplex you across your hood. And Craig's like, okay. So he suplexed Craig across his hood. And I just remember it's dead silent. It's like 3:30 in the morning. Everyone's waiting like this alleyway for the fucking paper. Again, it's all grumpy older men in like their 40s and 50s, probably taking second jobs just to make sure their kids have the best toys for Christmas or whatever. And it's dead silent, and you hear thump across the hood, and suplex across the hood, and we're dying and laughing, and everyone's just looking at us like
just daggers,
just staring at, and it's dead silent. It was the best.
And then my dad's like, "Why is your hood dented?" I was like, "I don't know, Dad. I don't know.
I think it was the papers."
Oh, yeah, my friend suplexed me on, and I let him. Good times. So, Cuz, I know briefly you've mentioned your love of frontier martial wrestling.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to gift you a wonderful match that happened in 1996 at the Kawasaki Stadium. One of the most brutal death matches historically there was. 4 guys that just no one does it better. It's Hayabusa and Masato Tanaka and against Mr. Pogo and Terry Funk. No ropes, exploding barbed wire, double hell, exploding death match.
Yes. You can't go wrong with a name like that.
Yeah. Just throw all that stuff in there. In which the ring there's a timer to when explosives, I believe, will go off.
Oh my god!
Sirens go off.
And they're all just in the ring when all these batteries and fires are going off. I don't know how they did it. And then there's double fireballs in this thing, and there is blood everywhere, and they're barbed wire, and people keep getting pushed off into barbed wire. And let's roll this clip. And I think if you started at like 15 minutes, or like when the explosion starts, pretty cool, or the very kind of end sequence with Funk and Hayabusa is good.
Bloodied up.
Completely. And then they have to just lay on the mat to watch just protect themselves from these explosions. Like, imagine just, being fireworks surrounding the ring. So, but I thought of you, and I wanted to pick something of Hayabusa. So let's roll it.
That's a great clip, and I actually have that. You guys always talk about trading tapes back in the day from people in your community. Oh, I got this tape, got Ric Flair, Hogan, blah blah blah. When I got these tapes, that's when the internet started becoming the spot where you didn't go to www.com or wcw.com or anywhere to get any of these types of tapes or anything mainstream. Basically, there was RF Video. Are they still around? I forget.
Yes, they are. Yeah,
they are. Yeah, and that's where I got it from. I got a couple FMW tapes from them. I don't even remember. I think I saw Hayabusa on the internet. Oh, ECW, of course. That's where I was. That's how I got introduced to him, from Heatwave 98. And then I wanted to know more about him, and I saw on RF Video that they had a bunch of FMW tapes. I'm like, I'm going to order a couple of these. It took a couple weeks to get there. Or to get here. They sent them in those generic blue fucking VHS cardboard cases. But yeah, man, that's a great clip, and I enjoy the match, even though it's a lot of car crash trash wrestling, as a lot of people would say. But I enjoyed it.
And no Kurt Angle gifts.
Dave's got to give Craig's got to give Jess's gift.
Oh, I got one gift left.
Oh my god!
Forgetting about Craig.
When we talked about and he just said I got my gift. I was messed up. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry, Craig. You got it.
I also want to focus on the second place things that never quite made the list, but I almost gifted these folks was the Dennis Stamp Titantron was one of them. for Jess, I was going to the Thunder in Paradise opening theme credits.
What a great opening!
Or the scene from No Holds Barred when he fights the guy in the limo, he pees himself. It's super Hogan overacting scene. Or a Ken Patera botched promo, which is classic. And even Mean Gene kind of breaks in the middle of it. And he makes no more than probably 7 flubs of words, and they just keep going with it. He just does not stop.
For those of you, by the way, real quick, if you don't go back and watch Ken Patera's heel work, you are missing out. It's an absolute gem. Ken Patera as a heel was legitly incredible. He was fun to watch.
Yeah.
What do you got, Craig?
And so for Jess, this is we spent our most of our entire lives chopping each other in random places with our group of friends. So it doesn't matter if it was the supermarket or the high school squad or wrapping newspapers when we're trying to make a living as kids and do work. So in the spirit of that, I was looking for kind of the most brutal kind of chop fest that I could think of. I was going to think of Wahoo, Flair, best of montages. And someday when this is all over, we're going to chop each other again, guys. We're going to chop each other.
6 months.
But this is Kenta Kobashi and Kensuke Sasaki from Noah Destiny 2005. This was almost like icon versus icon match in front of 62,000 people. And there's a segment in this. They go half an hour. I think about the 15-minute mark, they do a chop fest, which goes probably 6 full minutes, where they're just trying to say who's tougher. It's amazing. And I think they've done little memes and gifs of just the part a rapid fire together. But you can either watch the whole match on YouTube, is where I saw it. Or on YouTube clip, they also just have just the chop fest. So Merry Christmas, Jess. Here's your chop fest, and let's see these two big brutes beat the living tar out of each other.
So, and we also too, Joe is linked to so much of our pain, by the way. When we talk about stories, there was 2 chops that Joe developed. It's the Flair, which is the backhand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the chest. And then there was the Pillman, which hurt like a motherfucker. Pillman was the full. What was this? That was Pillman.
Yeah. Where the Big Show puts in. The Big
Show
is that big.
Yeah. And we had this weird unwritten rule that if you got in front of someone and you tap their chest, that means they have to submit their chest to you and take the chop. And it fucking sucked. I remember we went and visited Joe in Chicago, and we were irritating his wife at the time and a couple other people we were with because we were literally chopping each other in a fucking supermarket and it was loud and we were like, fuck. Yeah. And so like we were walking down the aisle and she was just getting irritated after a while because we just kept doing it. And we'd all try to walk casual or whatever. And then I would just turn around to look, oh, let's get this beer. And then Joe would be in my fucking face, tapping me on the chest. I'm like, God damn it. And I had to expose my chest. He'd be like, Pillman, and slap you so fucking hard and so loud. And yeah, so we do that or we do flare and we just do the back chop or whatever. Like,
and the thing about chops is they're not quite. So if you're in a supermarket in an aisle, like even if you're 4 rows over, you'll just hear.
Yeah.
And you're like, ah, like you'll just like, it's just the loudest shot like across. It's so fun.
He's like, these damn kids.
So wow, that was a holiday episode. That was a lot of good gifting.
That was good gifting. So I already did my lame surprises because I went quick. No Power Glory, no Kurt Angle. Jess, you a little surprised you didn't get any Hogan?
No, because I think that was kind of the theme. Now I understand that everybody wants to stay away from that. I'm surprised. But you did, one of the things you almost gifted, Dave, was a Kurt Angle tapping Hogan out, you piece of shit.
I almost did it, yeah. King of the Ring.
Yeah, you almost did that.
That would have been delicious.
You're the real American brother.
The only time
I'm not the real
Hogan
American.
has ever submit.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Time.
Yes.
Yeah, but he kicked out at like 5 ankle locks, so I think he's okay. Like,
what about what about Luger when Luger fucking?
Oh shit, you're right.
When he racked him, yeah,
dude. And that
you're right. Fuck, I don't know for some odd reason. You know, it's funny. It's internet crazy that like people saying this is the only time Hogan ever submit. You're right. I fucking forgot about that.
That's right.
So, yeah, it's Lex Luger, so it doesn't count. I think so.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he lost it with the next week or two. So.
Yeah,
title.
I couldn't find the clip of Luger's Narcissist debut when Bobby Heenan's slobbering all over him, like, "Oh, you deserve it, Lex."
Oh yeah, Lex, show him your body, show him your legs. Yes, that's right. Yeah,
they're jealous and they should be. Oh, Lex, don't tease us.
Oh man,
there's so much good stuff out there.
Well, God damn it, Merry Christmas, everybody, and you know. Again, everybody that's watching or listening to this, you can go check these clips out. You can go find the full-length ones because obviously YouTube's a piece of shit. It won't let me do more than like a few seconds or whatever. So you guys go check the full clips out. Yeah. So Merry Christmas. Anybody else want to spread some cheer before we go?
Happy holidays. Thank you for watching, listening, being fans, and here's to 2021.
There you go. Hit us up on Instagram at O.W.P 2018. Click on Linktree. You can find us on several platforms, including Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and Google Podcast. And
no tattoos, no earrings?
No earrings. It's inspired by the WWE Network. So do yourself a favor and get your free month today to watch anything WWE, WCW, ECW, and more. This is Dave, Jess, Cuz, and Craig with the O.W.P. signing off. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Don't get offended. Talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Yes, to your own slave. The death of freedom, a father choice. Doesn't this don't need to like you cowards. Dear Dr. Ray, this world is wrong to be. Themselves oppressing your own cognitive function eliminated. Conversations are checks for growing and awakening because of your hunger, weak and fragility. Such a man in this world only swallow you whole and victimize you. To those who wish to defeat and not the stream.